In other news, 8 people have been pronounced dead after a South Korean chemical tanker carrying 11 crew members.
The tsunami warning struck people along San Francisco's downtown waterfront. Listen.
When you imagine the beach, the first thing that likely comes to mind is the ebb and flow of the waves. For many, the waves represent the serenity of the sea. They arrive, mesmerize, and disappear in the blink of an eye. Additionally, we see surfers challenging these natural formations, showcasing their skills and living moments of pure adrenaline. However, not all waves are so peaceful. There are times when these seemingly harmless formations transform into gigantic and turbulent forces, becoming true threats to those who face them. To illustrate the incredible power that waves can reach, we will explore a selection of 20 waves so impressive they might seem straight out of a fictional movie if you hadn't witnessed them in person. Join us on this visual journey and discover the wandering waves that challenge our understanding and remind us of the untamable power of nature. Number 20. Uninvited Invasion, 2021. In 2021, a ferry on the Elbe River, Germany, was struck by a gigantic wave during the Yelenia storm. This photograph captures the moment just before the wave invades the vessel, showcasing the destructive power of marine storms. In 2021, during the Yelenia storm, known for its intensity and destructive force, a ferry sailing along the Elbe River in northern Germany was struck by a gigantic wave that tested its stability and safety. The Yelenia storm brought winds up to 94 miles per hour and massive waves that battered the German coast, creating dangerous conditions for all vessels in the area. The photograph taken during the incident shows the ferry facing the imposing wave just before it struck directly. Despite the adverse conditions, the ferry was initially sailing relatively comfortably, with passengers enjoying the trip. However, suddenly, the waves began to invade the vessel with devastating force, violently rocking it from side to side. Fortunately, thanks to the ferry's sturdiness and the swift response of the crew, no one was injured during the incident. However, the gigantic wave left a lasting impression on the passengers, who witnessed the relentless power of nature. This event highlighted the importance of respecting weather warnings and following safety recommendations during severe storms to prevent accidents and ensure the safety of everyone aboard. Number 19. Until the Waves Do Us, Part 2020. In an emotional and unfortunate incident, a couple from California celebrated their wedding by the sea when a gigantic wave decided to interrupt their ceremony. This photograph captures the moment before the wandering wave ruined the party, demonstrating the unstoppable power of nature. Beach weddings are seen as the perfect culmination of a love story, with the sound of breaking waves and the sea breeze creating a magical atmosphere. However, in 202X, a couple from California learned this lesson the hard way. During their beach ceremony, while exchanging vows and capturing the moment in photos and videos, a massive wave unexpectedly began to approach. The photograph taken at the moment just before shows the smiling couple right before the giant wave impacted the ceremony. The force of the wave swept away tables, decorations, and floral arrangements, leaving the couple and guests in shock and despair. Despite efforts to take shelter, the wave swept everything in its path, leaving the groom trapped with a flotation device while the bride was in danger. An observant person from a nearby hotel filmed the incident and alerted the lifeguards, who acted quickly to rescue the couple. Fortunately, the newlyweds only suffered minor injuries, but the event left an indelible mark on their lives and the local community. This incident underscored the unpredictability of the sea and the importance of having emergency plans even for well-organized events. Additionally, it highlighted the need to constantly monitor weather conditions to avoid similar tragedies in future beach celebrations. Number 18. Rodrigo Cox's record wave, 2017. In 2017, Brazilian surfer Rodrigo Cox's broke the world record by riding an 80-foot wave off the coast of Nazaré, Portugal. This photograph captures the stunning moment before Rodrigo mastered this gigantic marine formation. In 2017, Rodrigo Cox's, a renowned Brazilian surfer, achieved what many thought impossible by riding an 80-foot wave in Nazaré, Portugal. Nazaré is famous for its giant waves, fueled by the Nazaré Canyon, an underwater structure that amplifies the Atlantic's waves. Rodrigo, known for his bravery and exceptional skills, headed to this legendary coast with the aim of surpassing the record set by Garrett McNamara in 2011, who had surfed a 78-foot wave at the same spot. The photograph taken just before the achievement shows Rodrigo at the crest of the wave, capturing the immense force and majesty of the ocean. With impeccable balance and refined technique, Rodrigo maneuvered his board with precision, defying the enormous walls of water that threatened to swallow him. His success not only broke the record, but also cemented his place in surfing history, inspiring new surfers to face the most challenging waves in the world. Rodrigo described the experience as an incredible sensation, a mixture of fear and euphoria that only a few lucky ones have been able to experience. His achievement was recognized with the Quicksilver Double XL Award for the biggest wave by the World Surf League in 2018, highlighting his contribution to the sport and his indomitable spirit. Number 17. Rolling in the Deep, 2019. In December 2019, a chemical tanker was sailing near South Korea when it was struck by a series of giant waves. This photograph captures the moment before the enormous waves threatened to capsize the vessel, demonstrating the fury of the ocean. In December 2019, a chemical tanker was transporting goods around South Korea when it was struck by a series of gigantic waves in the ocean. The conditions were extremely adverse, with waves following one another, testing the stability and resilience of the vessel. The photograph taken during the incident shows the chemical tanker dangerously tilting as a massive wave approaches. With an inclination of over 40 degrees, the ship was on the verge of capsizing, putting the crew and passengers in a state of maximum alert. Additionally, the equipment aboard was destroyed, and the interior cabins were completely wrecked, reflecting the devastating impact of the waves. Fortunately, thanks to the sturdiness of the chemical tanker's structure and the swift response of the crew, the ship managed to maintain stability and reach port without capsizing. However, the incident clearly showed the relentless power of the ocean and the importance of having rigorous safety and maintenance protocols to face extreme maritime conditions. This event also emphasized the need for advanced technologies to monitor and predict giant waves, allowing vessels to prepare and react appropriately to intense storms. Number 16. Mike Parsons faces Jaws Beach, 2008. In 2008, professional surfer Mike Parsons decided to face the legendary Jaws Beach in Hawaii. This photograph captures the moment before a 64-foot wave formed, demonstrating the incredible power of the waves at this famous beach. In 2008, Mike Parsons, a professional surfer, decided to challenge his limits by facing the legendary Jaws Beach, Pe'ahi in Hawaii, known for its enormous waves and extreme conditions. Jaws is one of the most famous beaches in the world for advanced surfers, thanks to its waves of up to 60 feet that attract the bravest and most skilled surfers. The photograph captured during his attempt shows Mike on his board, looking at the impressive 64-foot wave approaching with tremendous force. Determined to ride this gigantic wave, Mike meticulously prepared his technique and position to face the challenge. However, the wave proved too powerful, leading to a violent fall that was recorded on video, showing his struggle against the unstoppable force of the sea. This attempt was documented as an act of courage and passion for surfing, though it also highlighted the risks inherent in facing waves of such magnitude. While Mike initially managed to surf the wave, the final fall served as a reminder that even the most experienced surfers can be overwhelmed by nature. This event reinforced Jaws' reputation as one of the most challenging and dangerous places to surf in the world. Number 15. The Oahu Nuclear Test, 1958. In 1958, the Oahu nuclear test in the Marshall Islands showcased the destructive power of nuclear weapons. This photograph captures the moment just before detonation, revealing the impressive explosion that redefined the limits of nuclear technology. In 1958, amidst the growing tensions of the Cold War, the United States military conducted a nuclear test known as Oahu in the Marshall Islands. The aim of this test was to assess the performance of the Mark 7 gravity bomb, which had an explosive yield of 9 kilotons, approximately 2/3 of the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. After several previous tests in the region, the scientists and military detonated the Mark 7 at a depth of 500 feet under the ocean. Remastered images from the test show the immense force of the explosion. Within just 1 second, the bomb created a water dome 840 feet high, which expanded to 3,800 feet in diameter within 22 seconds. This visual impact illustrated the potential devastation of nuclear weapons, underscoring the destructive power these bombs held. While the Mark 7 pales in comparison to many modern nuclear bombs, the Oahu test graphically demonstrated the destructive capacity of nuclear weapons and highlighted the need for control and regulation in their use. Number 14. McNamara's 100-foot wave, 2013. In 2013, surfer Garrett McNamara set records by riding a 100-foot wave in Nazaré, Portugal. This photograph captures the incredible moment just before McNamara dominated this giant sea formation, showcasing the immense power of the ocean. In January 2013, Garrett McNamara, a renowned American surfer, achieved what few have managed, riding a 100-foot wave off the legendary coast of Nazaré, Portugal. This spot is famous for its gigantic waves, powered by the Nazaré Canyon, a deep underwater structure that amplifies Atlantic waves. McNamara, who already held the previous record of 78 feet in 2011, aimed to challenge his own limits and those of the surfing world. The photograph taken just before the ride shows McNamara at the crest of the wave, capturing the vast size and overwhelming power of the ocean. With impeccable technique and balance, McNamara maneuvered his board precisely, facing the massive wall of water that threatened to engulf him. This achievement not only broke his own record, but also inspired surfers around the world to take on even more challenging waves. Despite initial doubts about the wave's size, the record was officially recognized by the World Surf League in 2018, awarding McNamara the Quicksilver Double XL prize for the largest wave surfed. McNamara commented on social media that the experience was a mix of fear and euphoria, describing it as one of the most incredible sensations of his life. Number 13. The 2011 Japanese tsunami. In March 2011, Japan experienced one of the most devastating tsunamis in history. This photograph captures the towering wave of the tsunami that struck the Tohoku coast, showcasing the destructive power of nature at its peak. On March 11, 2011, Japan was hit by a 9.0 magnitude earthquake, the strongest ever recorded in the country. This underwater earthquake occurred in the Pacific Ocean, approximately 72 kilometers east of the Oshika Peninsula in the Tohoku region. The immense energy released during the quake generated a tsunami that reached heights of up to 40 meters, devastating coastal communities and causing widespread destruction. The photograph taken in the city of Kamaishi shows the tsunami impacting an 18-foot seawall, reflecting the unstoppable force of the waves that swept everything in their path. Vehicles, homes, and critical infrastructure were all destroyed. The tsunami killed around 23,000 people and caused material damage valued between $200 and $300 billion, making it one of the deadliest and most costly events in modern history. In addition to the physical devastation, the tsunami triggered humanitarian and environmental crises, including water contamination and the nuclear crisis at the Fukushima Daiichi plant. This disaster highlighted the importance of early warning systems and the need to better prepare for natural events of such magnitude. Number 12. The North Sea Wave, 2017. In 2017, a cruise ship was struck by a 100-foot wave in the North Sea, capturing terrifying images that show the destructive power of these giant waves. This photograph reflects the magnitude of the impact on the ship. In 2017, an imposing cruise ship was navigating near the North Sea when it was violently struck by a colossal 100-foot wave. This wave, generated by a long-formed storm, slammed the ship with immense force, leaving the crew and passengers terrified. The photograph taken by a police camera shows the wave hitting the ship, illustrating the extreme movement and tension on the structure of the cruise liner. Despite the ship's robustness, the wave caused intense motion, knocking down railings and causing considerable damage. Witnesses described the moment as chaotic, with the ship dangerously swaying and the deafening sound of the wave crashing against the vessel. The North Sea wave not only demonstrated the destructive capacity of massive ocean formations, but also highlighted the importance of safety measures and protective barriers in coastal areas. Local officials attributed the increase in wave heights to the effects of climate change, which have intensified extreme weather patterns and giant waves in traditionally dangerous regions like the North Sea. Number 11. Aircraft Carrier versus Typhoon, 2017. Seeing an aircraft carrier face a typhoon is a demonstration of power and resilience. In 2017, the USS Kitty Hawk sailed through the North Pacific Ocean while encountering Typhoon Feng-Shin. This photograph captures the moment just before the massive wave struck the aircraft carrier. In 2017, the USS Kitty Hawk, a United States Navy aircraft carrier, was navigating the North Pacific Ocean when it was caught by Typhoon Feng-Shin, a Category 5 storm with winds reaching 51 miles per hour and waves approximately 38 feet high. This meteorological event tested the resilience and stability of one of the world's largest and most advanced military vessels. The photograph taken during the encounter shows the USS Kitty Hawk pitching under the relentless force of the typhoon, with giant waves hitting its structure from all angles. Despite its size and robust design, the aircraft carrier had to constantly adjust its course and speed to minimize the impact of the waves. The ship's navigation and stabilization systems worked at full capacity to keep the vessel afloat and operational during the storm. This incident demonstrated the incredible capability of aircraft carriers to face extreme conditions, as well as the importance of advanced technology and specialized crew training. It also highlighted the need to prepare and respond appropriately to extreme weather events to ensure the safety of the crew and the operational readiness of military vessels. Number 10. Clelia de Secu, Wave 2010. In 2010, the Clelia 2 wave featured one of the most impressive waves ever recorded. This photograph captures the moment just before the wave struck the cruise ship, showcasing the immense strength and overwhelming power of nature. In 2010, the Clelia wave, a cruise ship weighing over 2,400 tons, was sailing from the Antarctic Peninsula to Argentina through the challenging Drake Passage, one of the most dangerous maritime routes in the world. Despite its size, the ship encountered significant resistance that nearly destabilized it. The captain, with around 160 voyages at sea, trusted in the ship's ability to overcome the initial challenges. However, the situation worsened when a 30-foot wave struck the vessel with devastating force, shaking the deck and spilling water all over the ship. Images captured by the National Geographic Explorer, a nearby vessel that received a distress signal from the Clelia, show the cruise ship struggling amidst gigantic waves. The wave knocked out the ship's power and communication systems, leaving them vulnerable and disconnected. Fortunately, the other ship was able to set up a satellite phone, allowing the Clelia to reach its destination with reduced power without any injuries. This incident underscored the incredible strength of the waves and the importance of preparation and maintenance under extreme maritime conditions. Number 9. Giant wave interrupts wedding. 2022. In 2022, a wedding in Hawaii was abruptly interrupted by a giant wave that destroyed the decorations and put the newlyweds in danger. This photograph captures the moment before the devastating wave hit the ceremony, demonstrating the unstoppable power of the sea. In 2022, a couple decided to celebrate their wedding on the beautiful beaches of Hawaii, surrounded by family and friends, with the relaxing sound of the waves crashing on the shore as the perfect soundtrack. However, the calm was short-lived when a massive wave decided to crash the celebration. The photograph taken during the incident shows the wedding reception just before a gigantic wave approached the beach. The waves, driven by a sudden storm, forcefully hit the area where the tables, decorations, and floral arrangements were set up. The sea foam reached towering heights, destroying nearly everything in its path, leaving guests in shock and fear. Despite the immediate efforts of the couple and guests to protect themselves, the wave was relentless, leaving many trapped and causing significant damage to the wedding infrastructure. Fortunately, the wedding cake miraculously survived, but the event was marked by chaos and destruction. This incident highlighted the unpredictability of the sea and the need for emergency plans, even during well-organized events like a beach wedding. It also emphasized the importance of monitoring weather conditions and being prepared to act quickly in the face of sudden climate changes. Number 8. Anthem of the Seas Wave, 2016. In 2016, the Royal Caribbean cruise ship Anthem of the Seas was struck by enormous waves in the open sea. This photograph captures the moment just before a wandering wave threatened to overturn the massive ship, demonstrating the devastating power of nature. In 2016, the Anthem of the Seas, one of the most luxurious cruise ships from Royal Caribbean International, faced a massive wave while sailing from New Jersey to Port Canaveral, Florida. This Quantum-class ship, valued at approximately $940 million, was designed to accommodate over 4,000 people, offering amenities like amusement parks, bars, restaurants, and various entertainment options. However, during a routine journey, the cruise ship was struck by waves so enormous they threatened to capsize it. The photograph taken during the incident shows the ship amidst a storm, with giant waves crashing against its structure. The wandering waves hit the vessel multiple times, causing extreme movement that left passengers terrified. Fortunately, thanks to the robust construction of the Anthem of the Seas and the crew's quick response, the ship managed to stay afloat and avoid a catastrophic capsizing. The massive waves were caused by a storm that created adverse weather conditions, generating waves up to 100 feet in height. This incident underscored the incredible strength of the ocean and the importance of advanced safety measures on modern cruise ships. Royal Caribbean officials reinforced their safety protocols and improved protective barriers to minimize the impact of future extreme storms. Number 7. A rough day for sailors, 2016. In 2016, a warship from the Royal New Zealand Navy faced giant waves in the Southern Ocean. This photograph captures the moment just before a massive wave hit the ship, demonstrating the unyielding force of the sea. In 2016, a warship from the Royal New Zealand Navy was heading toward the Southern Ocean, known for being the coldest and windiest in the world. Tasked with patrolling the area and combating illegal toothfish fishermen, the ship was equipped to face extreme conditions. However, that day, nature decided to test its resilience. A series of gigantic waves struck the ship during an intense storm, creating extremely dangerous navigation conditions. The photograph taken by the crew shows the ship being repeatedly hit by large waves, forcing the sailors to maneuver skillfully to maintain stability. Despite the ferocity of the sea, the ship managed to ride out the storm unscathed thanks to its robust design and the crew's experience. This incident highlighted the bravery and professionalism of the sailors, who faced adverse conditions with determination and skill. It also underscored the importance of well-equipped vessels and trained personnel to handle emergency situations in the world's most challenging seas. Number 6. Northern China Sea, Wave 2021. In October 2021, a cargo ship in the Northern China Sea was struck by a typhoon of force 12 on the Beaufort scale. This photograph captures the moment just before the massive wave hit the vessel, demonstrating the imposing power of the ocean. In October 2021, a cargo ship was sailing through the Northern China Sea when it was caught by a Category 12 typhoon on the Beaufort scale, one of the most intense storms ever recorded. This meteorological phenomenon unleashed gigantic waves that struck the ship with devastating force. The photograph captured by a maritime surveillance camera shows the cargo ship being violently shaken from side to side by the colossal waves. Passengers and the crew could hear the ship's alarm signals as they tried to maintain control amid the storm. Despite the fear and chaos, the vessel managed to stay afloat thanks to its sturdy construction and the crew's quick response. This incident emphasizes the incredible force of the ocean and the importance of safety measures and emergency protocols for cargo platforms operating in such dangerous waters. It also highlights the need for more accurate monitoring and prediction of extreme weather events to protect those sailing in these regions. Number 5. The stormy waves of Cape Town, 2019. In 2019, Cape Town faced monstrous waves that struck its shores, leaving behind breathtaking and terrifying scenes. This photograph captures the magnitude of the stormy waves that turned the city into a landscape of natural chaos. In 2019, Cape Town, one of South Africa's most iconic cities, experienced an unprecedented series of stormy waves. The South African government issued an official warning to residents of several coastal cities, including the Western Cape, about the arrival of a cold front that promised massive winds and a significant rise in sea levels. Although the community was already prepared for adverse weather conditions, no one anticipated the sheer magnitude of the coming waves. Images captured by police cameras showed giant waves crashing onto the coastline with devastating force. Waves exceeding 15 meters battered beaches, knocking down barriers, flooding streets, and causing extensive damage to properties and structures. The waves swept away parked cars near the sea, flooded homes, and trapped many residents in their homes for several days. The phenomenon was attributed to climate change, with scientists suggesting that global warming was intensifying extreme weather patterns. The heavy rains and hurricane-force winds not only generated massive waves, but also caused severe flooding, exacerbating the impact on urban infrastructure. The photograph shows a resident struggling to exit their car as waves threaten to engulf it, reflecting the anguish and fear experienced by the population. Local authorities responded with rescue and evacuation efforts, but the scale of the disaster left a lasting impression on the community. Number 4. A Close Call, 2017. In 2017, a Japanese Coast Guard captain filmed an enormous tsunami forming. This photograph captures the moment when the tsunami was brewing from the sea, showing the incredible destructive force emerging towards the coast. In 2017, Japan experienced a close call when a Coast Guard captain filmed a massive tsunami forming. Tsunamis are waves generated in the open ocean and propagate towards the coast, but they are rarely seen while forming due to their distance and speed. However, in this case, the Coast Guard captain witnessed this natural phenomenon from a unique perspective, capturing striking images of the wave as it formed. The photograph shows the wave emerging with tremendous force, revealing its destructive power before it reaches the coast. As the tsunami formed in the middle of the sea, the captain, realizing the magnitude of the event, attempted to alert authorities and coastal residents. Fortunately, thanks to early warning systems and the quick response of the Coast Guard, the tsunami reached the shore with controlled force, preventing a major catastrophe. Number 3. The Waves of the Bornholm Dolphin, 2015. In 2015, the Bornholm Dolphin oil platform in the North Sea was subjected to enormous waves during a storm. This photograph captures the moment before the massive waves struck the structure, demonstrating the imposing power of the ocean. In January 2015, the Bornholm Dolphin oil platform, located in the North Sea, faced one of the most challenging waves ever recorded for a structure of this type. Oil platforms, although designed to withstand extreme maritime conditions, are not immune to the dangers posed by giant waves. Bornholm Dolphin, with its extensive legs anchored to the seabed, floated about 60 feet above sea level, but the waves that arrived during an intense storm tested its stability and resistance. The photograph captured by a surveillance camera shows the platform facing waves of impressive height, with sea foam violently hitting the deck. Despite its robust design, the force of the waves was enough to move the structure significantly, putting workers on high alert. The waves struck the platform repeatedly, creating extremely dangerous working conditions and highlighting the vulnerability of even the most robust structures in the face of the relentless power of the ocean. Number 2. Don't Touch the Cargo, 2020. In 2020, a cargo ship in the Bay of Biscay faced giant waves that tested its maneuverability. This photograph captures the moment before a challenging wave threatened to completely destabilize the vessel. In 2020, a fully loaded cargo ship was navigating through the Bay of Biscay between Spain and France when it faced waves so enormous that they tested its maneuverability and stability. The Bay of Biscay is known for its challenging maritime conditions, being an area prone to storms and massive waves that have caused numerous shipwrecks throughout history. This incident occurred during a storm that generated extremely high waves, endangering not only the ship, but also the crew. The photograph taken just before the incident shows the cargo ship trying to maneuver through the bay, with giant waves crashing against its structure from all angles. The waves, reaching heights of up to 100 feet, violently rocked the ship, making it difficult to control and navigate. The crew, aware of the danger, worked frantically to maintain the ship's stability, preventing the massive waves from capsizing it or causing irreparable damage. Fortunately, thanks to the ship's robust construction and the crew's quick actions, the vessel successfully navigated through the storm without significant damage. This incident highlighted the importance of the experience and preparedness of cargo ship captains who face constant challenges on their maritime routes. It also underscored the need for advanced technologies and safety protocols to handle extreme maritime conditions in the Bay of Biscay. Number 1. Troubles in the Atlantic, 2021. In 2021, a chemical tanker in the North Atlantic faced a series of massive waves during a 3-day storm. This photograph captures the moment before the waves repeatedly struck the vessel, demonstrating the fury of the ocean. In 2021, officials aboard a chemical tanker in the North Atlantic faced one of their most intense challenges when a series of massive waves hit the vessel during a 3-day storm. The North Atlantic is known for its extreme weather conditions and dangerous waves, being the site of the infamous sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912. This historic accident underscores the peril of navigating these waters where hundreds of ships have met their fatal fate. The photograph taken by the officers shows the chemical tanker being repeatedly struck by enormous waves, illustrating the stress and tension on the ship's structure. The waves, generated by an intense storm, battered the vessel with relentless force, forcing the crew to scramble for safety to avoid being thrown overboard. Despite the ocean's ferocity, the chemical tanker successfully made it through the storm unscathed, thanks to its robust construction and the experience of the crew. This incident highlighted the importance of advanced safety measures and rigorous maintenance practices on ships navigating the North Atlantic. The crew's quick response and the vessel's ability to withstand such massive waves were crucial in preventing a greater disaster. Furthermore, it emphasized the need for constant monitoring and preparedness to face the harshest conditions the sea can offer. Throughout this journey, we have explored 20 rogue waves that defy imagination and showcase the overwhelming power of the ocean. From epic surfing records to devastating natural disasters, each wave tells a story of strength and resilience that leaves us in awe and reflection about our relationship with nature. Which of these waves impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below and share which one surprised you the most. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell to never miss our upcoming fascinating ocean stories.